For Montclair State University track and field star Hiven Biffot, home was France before moving to the United States.
To be honest, it was more like a change, I just wanted to live somewhere different, experience new things, new food, new cultures, so that was really about it.
But change in a new country can be harder than it seems, and this is something that Hiven had to adjust to.
France and the United States is like two different worlds, the culture way different, the food, the way people speak. When I came here, adjusting was it wasn't hard, but it took me a minute to adjust.
Shortly after stepping onto U.S. soil, Hiven hit the ground running with his athletic career. After getting introduced to football in high school, he decided to join track and become a multi-sport athlete, something that he would carry over into his collegiate career at Montclair, where he would meet and form a very close bond with head track and field coach Ian Carter.
I actually first met him. He did a visit with Coach Palazzo for football. And he was quiet when I first met him, very quiet, very humble kid. He spoke about his interest in playing football, but he also said that he did track and field. I got on the phone, I'm very close with Coach Palazzo. I was talking to him and said, hey, look, I got this kid, I think he has really a good upside in both football and track. And, I think he could really help us out.
Carter knew that Biffot was special, and so he would do all he could to secure him a spot on his team.
I decided to drive and meet him at the mall closest to his house and help him with his application process and the financial aid process, because he's actually a first-generation kid, so his mother was working very much, so it was hard for her to help. I got her blessing to help him out and get his stuff in.
For Coach Carter, it's about more than just how talented Hiven is as an athlete. It's about forming a bond with him and mentoring him to be the man he knows he can be.
My time with him early on, I got to understand his interest in music and his interest in football and players and things like that. So we kind of established that bond. But as we've gone on, I've really just tried to be a good role model and mentor for him on what are the do's and don'ts. Try not to fall into that freshman hole of not doing the right things, and making him understand that you have an ability to do something great.
Now a freshman at Montclair, Biffot is a first-team All-American and has already placed third in the NCAA Division III Men's Indoor Championships for the triple jump event. This happened after only being introduced to this event 4 weeks prior. And it's a testament to his hard-working mindset.
Me, I'm always aiming for the top. It don't matter if somebody gonna tell me, oh, you might not get it, or I'm just gonna aim for the top. I'm always gonna be confident. That's what I did with triple jump.
Despite all of his accomplishments so far, Hiven is just scratching the surface of his potential, and he has no plans on slowing down anytime soon.